Hello students, today we are starting chapter number 15 circle, and first we will discuss the basic terms related to circle and then we will do the problems based on it. So first question is that what is a circle? Circle is the path of all the points which are at a constant distance from a fixed point. Suppose this is a fixed point O here, and from this point at a distance of 3.5 centimeter, I have taken here 3.5 centimeter. At a distance of 3.5 centimeter, I marked one point here, then one point here. In all the direction, I have marked points at a distance of 3.5 centimeter. And when I will join all that point, I will get this figure. This figure we will call as circle. And this fixed point we will call center of the circle. So center means the fixed point from where we will draw this figure. This fixed point we will call as center, and the distance from this fixed point to any part of this circle. Any part of this circle, this distance we will call radius OA. So radius is OA. It will be fixed if you measure in this direction or in this direction or here, the measurement of this radius will come same. Next thing is the diameter. Diameter means double of radius. This radius only if you extend in another direction also. This radius OA, if we extend in another direction, then this A to B till here, this we will call diameter of the circle. So diameter is AB, and this diameter divide this circle into two equal half, means this and this part will be same. This is semicircle. We will call half circle means semicircle. Semicircle, and this is one more semicircle. Next thing is chord. Chord means any 2 points on this circumference if you join, then we will call it as a chord. So I have taken here 2 points. This is P and this is Q. So PQ is chord here, and the longest chord is diameter. Diameter is the longest chord. Again after diameter, the size of chord will start decreasing. If you start from here, it will increase, and when it will pass through the center, that time it will be the maximum, and again it will start decreasing. Next thing is what is secant. Secant means a line passing through a center from 2 points. So any line which will pass through the center and it will cut this circle. It will not pass through the center. It is not compulsory, but it will cut the circle at 2 points, like this type of line. We will call secant. So you can mark here point RS, and chord will end here. This chord will end here, P and Q. It will not go beyond the circle, but secant it will go outside also in both the direction. So here RS is secant. Next, what is a tangent? Tangent means a line which touches the circle at one point. So any line which will touch the circle at one point, this type of line, we will call tangent. We can give any name here. Suppose I am giving here XY. So this XY is touching this circle at a point, this point, and this we will call tangent. So if it will just touch at 2 points, it will end here, then chord. If it will go out of the circle, then we will call it a secant, and if it will touch only at a point, then we will call it a tangent. And always remember the angle from this point where this tangent will touch this circle to the center of circle will be 90 degree. Next thing is arc. Arc is the part of this circle, any 2 points. Suppose we have taken here this point to this point. This is one arc. Or from A to S. A to S is a arc, any part of this circle. So any part of circle, we can say AS. This is a arc, and The bigger one we will call as a major arc and the smaller part we will call as the minor arc. So if we think about this A to S, this side it is a minor arc and this bigger part will be the major arc. Next is central angle. Central angle means from any 2 points of the circle. Suppose this one point is A and one more point we will take anywhere here B. From these 2 points the angle subtended on center, this angle, this is the central angle. We can give here some name ABC we can give. So here central angle is AOC. Angle AOC is the central angle, or we can say angle BOC also is the central angle. Here this angle BOC also a central angle. From two radius or from one arc, from these 2 points on arc, you join at center, whatever the angle you will get here, that will be the central angle. Next thing is a sector. When a circle divided by a chord, suppose this is a circle and this circle is divided by a chord, then we will call it a segment. This will be the major segment. Sorry, this will be the minor segment. Minor means smaller part. Minor segment, and this will be the major segment. Then sector, we can give here some name AB and here OP, PQ we can give. So this AQB is one segment. This is the minor segment, and this part APB is major segment, bigger part. If we talk about the sector, then sector means from radius, if you divide circle into 2 parts with the help of 2 radius. So with the help of these 2 radius, this circle has divided into 2 parts. One part is this and one more part is this one. So this smaller part we will call minor sector, and this bigger part we will call major sector. So this we can give name AB, and here somewhere we will write C. So this one AOB is minor sector, and this part AOB and here C is also there, that is the major sector. Next we have semicircle angle. So semicircle, as we discussed before, half of the circle is a semicircle. So half of circle, like this figure you will get, this is a semicircle. And always remember the angle of semicircle will be 90 degree. So this angle from these 2 points, this will be the 90 degree. Or if you construct here, then also it will be the 90 degree. If you construct here, then also it will be 90 degree. Anywhere you draw this angle, then you will find this is 90 degree. So you can do activity for this. You can cut different type of semicircle and then you can draw angle like this and you measure that angles and then see the result what you are getting there. Now we will do exercise 15. First question, draw a circle with center O and radius 2.5 cm. Draw two radii OA and OB such that the angle between them AOB is equal to 60 degree. So first we will draw a circle of radius 2.5 cm. So for that, first you mark 2.5, draw a line of 2.5 cm. Take this point as center O and then Take this one as radius and draw a circle. Keep your compass here, measure 2.5 in your compass and then draw circle. After that you have to mark 2 points. So first point we have taken A here, and second point how we have to mark angle AOB will be 60 degrees. So it means on center this AO angle we have to draw 60 degrees. So for this you can use compass. Keep your compass at center, put one arc, first arc, and from here wherever this arc will touch, this first mark is the 60 degree. Then draw 60 degree line. This point is B and this angle is 60 degree. Now you have to measure the length of AB. So first you join A to B and measure it. How much it is coming? It is coming 2.5 centimeter. So AB is 2.5 centimeter. Next question number 2. Draw a circle of radius 3.2 centimeter. Draw a chord AB of this circle such that the AB is equal to 5 centimeter. Shade the minor segment of the circle. So first of all you need to draw a line 3.2 centimeter. Then take one point as the center and another point you have to keep your pencil and draw the circle. Then next you have to draw a chord of 5 centimeter. So anywhere you mark one point A and then in your compass take 5 centimeter distance in your compass. Take 5 centimeter distance in your compass and with the help of this compass put one arc. This is 5 centimeter chord. Join this point. This is B. And then next step, shade the minor segment. Minor means the smaller one. So this is the smaller. Shade it. You can shade with color or you can shade with pencil and mark here minor segment. Next question number 3. Find the length of a tangent drawn to a circle of radius 3 centimeter from a point at a distance of 5 centimeter from the center. So this question you can do with the help of construction also or you can do directly also. So if we do directly with the help of figure, now you see here, suppose this is our circle and this radius is 3 centimeter. And at a distance of 5 centimeter one point is there. This is O center, this point is there P. From this point you have to draw one tangent. Tangent means which will touch this circle at one point. So this tangent distance length we have to find out. So from center to there, this is also a radius. From here to here this will be the radius. So this will be 3 centimeter and this total from here to here O to P will be 5 centimeter because it is given in question a point at a distance of 5 centimeter. And always remember the angle between tangent and radius is 90 degree. So this triangle we have a right angle triangle. We can give here some name PQ. So now in triangle PQO by Pythagoras theorem we can use here according to the Pythagoras theorem, base square plus height square is equal to hypotenuse square. Hypotenuse means the side opposite to 90 degree. So this will be the hypotenuse. This OP will be the hypotenuse. And from these two sides, any one you can take as base and another one you can take as height. So suppose base I am taking as PQ square, and height I am taking as OQ. Now substitute the values. PQ we don't know, we have to find out this distance of tangent, and OQ is 3 centimeter and OP is 5 centimeter. Then do the calculation. Plus 9 equal to 25. 9 we can shift another side. Then we will get PQ square is equal to 25 minus 9, or PQ square is 16. 16 we can write as 4 square. Cancel square to square, and then PQ we will get 4 centimeter. So the length of tangent will be 4 centimeter. Next, question number 4. In the adjoining figure, PT is a tangent to the circle with center C. Given CP is 20 cm and PT is 16 cm. Find the radius of the circle. So it is given this PT is a tangent and the length of this is 16 cm. Then this CP, it is given 20 cm. And we have to find out the radius of the circle. So you can see here this CT is the radius of the circle. This we have to find out. And we know always this tangent and the radius angle is 90 degree. So this angle is 90 degree here. Again we will use here Pythagoras theorem. So therefore in triangle PTC by Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square, or we can write base square plus height square, is equal to hypotenuse square. Base we can take as PT, height we can take as TC, and hypotenuse PC. PT value is given 16. Then TC radius we have to find out, and PC is given 20. This will be 256 plus TC square equal to 400. Shift this 256 another side, then you will get TC square equal to 400 minus 256, which you will get 144. And 144 we can write as 12 square. So the value of TC is here 12 centimeter, and TC we know it is radius. So radius of this circle is 12 centimeter. Next, question number 5. Find the value of the lettered angle, and here it is given this O is the center of the circle. As we discussed in properties, the semicircle angle will be 90 degree. So this angle here, this will be the 90 degree, and here also this is also semicircle angle, this one also will be 90 degree. So first we can give name to our figure. We can give here name A, B, C and D. So first we will take this triangle in ABC. In triangle ABC, by angle sum property, the sum of these three angles will be 180 degree. So 32 plus 90, B is 90 degree, plus X is equal to 180 degree. 32 plus 92 will become 122 degree, plus X is equal to 180 degree. So X value will be 180 minus 122. X value will be 58 degree. Same thing we will do for the another triangle. In triangle ADC, again by angle sum property, Y plus 90 plus 50 will be 180 degree. The sum of these three angles will be 180 degree. So 90 plus 50 is 140, which is equal to 180 degree. 140 you can shift another side. 180 minus 140, the value of y will be 40 degree. Second part of question number 5. This figure is given and these two arrow is given on these two lines. It means these two lines are parallel to each other. So first we will name out this figure. We can give name A, B, C and D. This is center O here. So because these two lines are parallel and this is a transversal, then these two angle will be alternate angle. So because AB is parallel to DC, therefore we can write X value will be 37 degree, and reason is here alternate angle. Then in this triangle ADC, this angle will be 90 degree because it is a semicircle angle. Angle D is equal to 90 degree. Reason semicircle angle. Then we can use here angle sum property. So in triangle ADC, by angle sum property, the value of all three angles y plus 90 plus x will be 180 degree, and y we have to find out 90, x value is given 37 equal to 187. So y plus 127 is equal to 180 degree. This is 180 degree. So y value will be 180 minus 127. You will get 53 degree. Next, third part of question number 5. Figure is given here. In this figure, this is semicircle angle. So this angle will be 90 degree. We can name out this figure A, B and C. We can write angle B is equal to 90 degree. Reason here semicircle angle. After that, these two mark means these two sides are equal. If these two sides are equal, it means their corresponding angle also will be equal. This angle is x, so this one also will be x. So we can write here angle C is equal to x because AB is equal to BC. These two sides are equal, so their corresponding angle will be same. Now we can use angle sum property in this triangle. So by angle sum property, x plus 90 will be 180 degree. X plus x will become 2x and 90 we can shift another side. We'll go for subtraction. So 2x is equal to 90 degree. So x will be 90 divided by 2 means 45 degree. These two angles are equal to 45 degree. Next, fourth part. Figure is given here. First we will name out this figure A, B, C and D. This is given center O. So this B is a semicircle angle because AC is a diameter. It is passing through the center. So we can write here angle B is equal to 90 degree. Reason is here semicircle angle. Next we can find out this angle C also. Angle ACB will be 180 minus 122. This is a straight line, means this total angle is 180 degree and till here it is given 122 degree. So remaining means after 180 degree we will subtract 122. So angle ACB we will get here 58 degree. Now we can use here angle sum property in this triangle. By angle sum property, you can do the same question by exterior angle property also. x plus 90 plus 58 is equal to 180 degree. So 90 plus 58 you will get 148 degree equal to 180 degree. So x value will be 180 minus 148, 32 degree. Next, fifth part of question number 5. First we will name out this figure A, B, C and D. After naming, now you can see we have here two triangles. One triangle is this one and one more triangle is this one. So first we will start with this bigger triangle. This C will be 90 degree. Angle C is equal to 90 degree. Reason here because it is a semicircle angle. Then we can use angle sum property in this triangle. In triangle ACD, by angle sum property, (40 plus 90 plus x will be 180 degree. So 40 plus 90 will be 130 degree plus x is equal to 180. 130 you can shift another side, so value of x will be 180 minus 130 equal to 50 degree. Now because these two lines are parallel, same type of arrow is there, because BO is parallel to CD, therefore x and y are co-interior angles. These two are co-interior angle. One side are there inside this parallel line. So we can use co-interior angle property. According to the co-interior, these two angles sum will be 180 degree. So x we find out 50 degree and then y we have to find out. So y value will be 180 minus 50 equal to 130 degree. Next question number 6, sixth part of question number 5. In this figure, this angle we have to find out and this angle we have to find out. These marking means these three lines are equal in measure. So first we will give some name to our figure A, B, C and D. Now we will start with this triangle ABC. In this triangle, this B is at semicircle angle. This is diameter and this is semicircle angle. So angle B is equal to 90 degree and reason is here semicircle angle. Now because these two lines are equal, because AB is equal to BC, so their corresponding angles also will be equal. This and this will be equal. So we can say angle A will be X here. This angle will be X. Now we can use angle sum property in this triangle. So by angle sum property, x plus 90 will be 180 degree. X plus x will become 2x and 90 you can shift another side. So 2x is equal to 90. X value will be 90 divided by 2 equal to 45 degree. Now in this another triangle x we got. Now this triangle we have to find out the value of y. In this triangle also this side and this side will be equal, so their corresponding angle will be equal. This angle will be y. So because BC is equal to CD, therefore this angle CBD will be equal to angle CDB. Now we can use here exterior angle property. This x will be equal to the sum of interior angle. X will be by exterior angle property x will be equal to the sum of opposite interior angle, means y plus y. So x we have 45, y plus y will become 2y, or we can write it as 2y is equal to 45 degrees. So y value will be 45 divided by 2, 22 whole number 1 by 2, or we can write 22.5 degree. Next, seventh part of question number 5 here. First we will name out this figure A, B, C. In this question it is given this is a tangent, and we know the angle between tangent and radius. OC is the radius. This will be 90 degrees. So this angle is 90 degree. We can write here angle C is equal to 90 degree. Reason, angle between tangent and radius. Now in this triangle we can use angle sum property. By angle sum property, sum of all three angles of a triangle will be 90 degree. Means x plus 90 plus 65 will be 180 degree. So 90 plus 65 will be 155 degree, which is equal to 180. So x value will be 180 minus 155 equal to 25 degree. Next is seventh part of question number 5. Figure is given here. First we will name it out A, B and C. Now in this figure it is given 2 mark here, 2 mark here. Means AB is equal to BC. If these two sides are equal, it means corresponding angle also will be equal. Because AB is equal to AC, therefore x equal to y. The value of x and y will be same. Next thing, this angle will be 90 degree because this is the angle between tangent and radius. Angle P equal to 90 degree. And reason is here angle between tangent and radius. So now we can use angle sum property here. By angle sum property, x plus 90 is equal to 180 degree. Because x and y is same, so any one we can substitute here. So 2x is equal to 180 minus 90. 2x is equal to 90 degree. So the x value will be 90 by 2, 45 degree. So y also will be 45 degree. Next, ninth part of question number 5. Figure is given. First name out this figure A, B and C. Now in this figure, first we will focus on this triangle. Because in this triangle, this is tangent and this is radius. The angle between tangent and radius will be 90 degree. So angle OBA is equal to 90 degree. Why I have written OBA? Because I am talking about this angle. Here we have one more angle at B point. So we will write name properly. So reason is here angle between tangent and radius. Now in this triangle, in triangle AOB, we can use angle sum property. By angle sum property, x plus 36 plus 90 is equal to 180 degree. So x plus 126 is equal to 180. Shift 126 another side. So 180 minus 126 you will get 54 degrees. So the value of x is 54 degree. Now we have to find out the y. In this triangle, in triangle OBC, this OB and OC will be same. OB and OC length will be same because both are the radius of this circle. Therefore, this angle, corresponding angle also will be same. We can write this one also will be y. Therefore, angle OBC also will be y. Then we can use here exterior angle property. According to the exterior angle property, exterior angle will be equal to the sum of opposite interior angle. So by exterior angle property, y plus y is equal to x. Y plus y will become 2y. X we have calculated 54 degree. So 2y is 54. Y value will be 54 divided by 2, 27 degree. Next question number 6. Find the value of x and y. So first part is given here. In this figure, this is a semicircle. In semicircle they have given one triangle. This is 15 centimeter and this is 8 centimeter. Now semicircle is given and length is given. So we will use here Pythagoras theorem. As we know, the semicircle angle is 90 degrees. So this angle will be 90 degree. First we will give some name to this figure. Now we will write angle B is equal to 90 degree. Reason is semicircle angle. So now in this triangle ABC we will use Pythagoras theorem. When side is given, then in that case you have to use Pythagoras theorem, and when angle is given, in that case you have to use angle sum property or you have to use exterior angle property. So here, because we have side, we will use Pythagoras theorem. So by Pythagoras theorem, AC square hypotenuse square, AC is here hypotenuse, side opposite to 90 degree, will be equal to AB square plus BC square. So AB is given 15 and BC is given 8. 15 square is 225, 8 square is 64. So AC square will be 289. 289 is the square of 17. So the value of AC is here 17 and AC is x. So therefore x value is 17 and y will be half of this, because we have to measure from A to O. So y will be half of this, means 8.5 centimeter. Next, second part of question number 6. Figure is given here. From this point P, two tangent drawn on this circle. One is here and one is here. So from a point, maximum two tangent only we can draw on a circle in different direction. And remember, always the length of these two tangent will be same. So we can write here directly, this y is also a tangent and this is also a tangent. So we can write y is equal to 12 centimeter, and reason we can mention tangent from a point on a circle will be same in length. Lengthwise it will be same. Next, now we have to find out the value of x, and we can give some name to this figure. This is P, we can give here Q and we can give R. Because QR is given 5 centimeter, therefore OQ also will be, OR is given. This is not Q. OR is 5 centimeter. Therefore OQ also will be 5 centimeter, because these both are the radius of circle. And in this triangle, this angle Q will be 90 degree. Even angle R also will be 90 degree. So angle Q will be 90 degree. We can give here reason angle between tangent and radius. So this angle will be 90 degree. Now we can use Pythagoras in this triangle. So in triangle OPQ, by Pythagoras theorem, OP square hypotenuse means opposite to 90 degree, side opposite to 90 degree. OP square is equal to OQ square plus QP square. OP is x, OQ is 5 centimeter and this will be 12 centimeter. So x square is equal to 25 plus 144 equal to 169, and 169 is the square for 13. 13 square. It means the value of x is 13 centimeter. Next, third part of question number 6. The figure is given here. We have to find out the value of y. So first, from this point P, one tangent is drawn on this side and one tangent is drawn on this side. So both the tangent are from same point. So the measurement also lengthwise it will be same. So we can write y is equal to 18 centimeter, and reason we can mention tangent from the same point. After this, next we have to find out the value of x. In this triangle OT1P, this angle will be 90 degree because this is the angle between tangent and radius. So we can write angle T1 is equal to 90 degree. Reason here, angle between tangent and radius. Now this is a right angle triangle, so we can use here Pythagoras theorem. By Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square means OP, upside opposite to 90 degree, will be equal to base square plus height square. So OP is x, OT1 is 24 and this is 18. 24 square is equal to 576 and 18 square is equal to 324. So you will get x square is equal to 900. 900 we can write as 30 square. So the value of x is here 30 centimeter. So this exercise has completed. Hope you understood these questions. Thank you for watching this video.